Hey everybody, this is your daily dose of all things royal. Welcome back, my gorgeous, good-looking friends. If you haven't seen the news yet, yes, this is apparently what's going down right now. So this couple has reached a new level of depravity and had allegedly bought the rights to Carly Fortune's Meet Me at the Lake. And it tells the story of a couple who meet in their 30s and deals with the themes of childhood trauma, including losing a parent in a car crash, mental health challenges, and postnatal depression. Oh, and let's not forget to mention that the story takes place around Toronto, and apparently the themes in this book had gripped the couple. In other words, this is all Meghan trying to play out some sick fantasy. The book's publisher so happened to be Penguin Random House, who, let's not forget, was the one who gave Harry this book deal for Spare. In my opinion, this was a stupid move by Penguin Random House. However, you're probably wondering why I'm showing this clip over and over. It's because this is where I believe Penguin Random House sold its soul to the devil. About 2 months ago, Meghan's mole did a video talking about the connection between Penguin Random House and this Grenfell cookbook and the opportunity that Meghan was given as a result of being connected to the Royal Foundation and also the royal family. And what you realize looking back now, all the connection and deals that they have received through Penguin Random House was a result of using this tragedy, exploiting it in a way that benefited and was self-serving to Meghan, the former cable TV actress. And now, in looking back, what you realize was that this luncheon for this Grenfell cookbook that Meghan had worked on really was Meghan's audition for Penguin Random House. This whole event with Meghan, the former cable TV actress, from start to finish was all an act. And there's a reason for why Meghan was irritated with Doria, and I'll share that in a second. But first, let's talk about the speech she gave, because that in itself gives her away. Now, I'm not going to play her voice because I know so many of you cannot stand it, including myself. So I'm just going to read off what she said, and you guys just take a listen and see if you can figure out what exactly this was all about. This was all about, aside from this being Meghan's passion project, her first project, and thanking Penguin Random House. Once again, this woman turns this narrative into making it about herself and being embraced by such a multi-diverse group of women, even though she called the UK or, had been pushing this whole racism narrative. But to go into talking about 12 countries represented in a small group, that had nothing to do with the point of making this cookbook. This was a charity cookbook that was to help families affected by the Grenfell Tower fire. For 1 second, this woman couldn't talk about how this cookbook was going to help so many families that were affected by this tragedy. But no, she had to go rant on about herself and her success in seeing this project through. But most importantly, Penguin Random House had to see it. So this was all a show, folks, even up to placing Doria where she was, and you could actually see moments of Meghan's irritation with her mother. This was not the only moment where Meghan was annoyed that her mother started speaking. I'm willing to bet that Meghan's relationship with Doria is contentious. Meghan uses Doria. I mean, we all know it. We all see it. She only brings her out when she's needed for playing the minority card or to show that she has family. Doria is not allowed to speak unless Meghan approves it. We saw that in the Netflix mockumentary. Meghan was annoyed with her mother whenever she would speak or take over the conversation. Here's an example of that. So Meghan's got the spotlight on her. She is telling everybody how to make these, whatever it is that they're grilling in that pan. And she's almost condescending and talking down to her mom on how to do it. Keep in mind, this is all a show for Meghan. So Doria starts talking, and all of a sudden, you see this woman put her hands on Doria as if to position her so the camera can hear her and see it. And you can see Meghan's irritation that her mother is not in the right place, and she gives Doria this look. This woman shoots a look, and it's like venom that comes out. You can see Meghan's not happy because her mom is embarrassing her. This is her moment with Penguin Random House.
Yes, I need flour, a wheat flour. You knead it, and then you mix it like 45 minutes to an hour. Then you soften it. Once it's softened, and then you can roll it.
So Dory is asking just a genuine question about the recipe and how to knead the flour and just having a conversation. And as you can see, Meghan looks frantic and frazzled as if, she's been kicked out of the conversation. And if you notice the woman right there and wearing the color berry in the middle, she's trying to get into the conversation, trying to hear what Dory is saying, and Meghan just won't move. She just looks like a deer in headlights as to what do I do? Meghan has zero social skills. It's so uncomfortable watching this. And Meghan can't stand it, so she chimes in to take over the conversation to put her mom back into place.
And sometimes we'll make this like grated carrot and grated onion, so it has some more flavor and texture. But it's great because you can use it to different all the sauces. I love that. And so it has to sit with it almost like a...
And unfortunately, it doesn't work, and Meghan is pissed off that her mom won't shut up. As you can see here, she turns and gives her this look, and she clenches her jaw. So her mom doesn't want to shut up. So what does Meghan do next? She closes her mom off by turning away from her and ignores her. Meghan only comes back to the conversation when the lady says Meghan is a pro or something like that. But the conversation goes back to Meghan, and now all of a sudden, all is good in the world.
Meghan is a pro now.
That's right. Yeah.
Meghan is a pro now.
That's right. Yeah.
So Meghan, in an attempt to look authentic and enjoying herself here, ends up slipping her mask once again and showing her disgust and distaste for being amongst these people. Pay attention to the woman that's standing behind the woman that Meghan is talking to. She leans over to Meghan and tells her that she has food that she's going to be giving to her and Harry. Watch Meghan's reaction.
I'm also just in reading the bowls of it, so different as well. Oh, you did? Thank you. You can take that home. That'll be dinner. You see what you think?
Meghan can't even properly thank this woman, turns away and's like, oh, take that home. That'll be dinner. Guarantee that food went into the garbage. During this whole event, neither Meghan nor Doria, even Harry, ate anything. I think that was quite insulting, in my opinion. After watching this, there was one thing that kind of made me sick, and that was Meghan constantly playing with her hair and then touching food. Oh, it's so gross. I'm sorry, but this is so gross. You're playing with your hair. Who's to say that it didn't fall out as you're touching it? Ugh. Would Catherine be doing this? Absolutely not. In fact, her hair would be nicely pulled back and kept in place if she was handling food. Now, this last part shows how Meghan really felt about being there amongst these wonderful women who she probably looks down at. She was particularly not too happy with the woman with the child standing next to her. Watch her contempt in her face. This is the same woman who packed food for her.
Very much.
As you can see, Meghan's looking at the child, and she ignores the woman. Meghan looks so hateful staring at this child, as if she is disgusted with what she's seeing. Why would you look up and down at a child like that? Meghan catches the eye of this little girl and she quickly looks away. And it kind of looked like the mother sensed something. After Meghan gives this little girl the death stare and she's now feeling tired, look what she does. Get a hint, Meghan. She doesn't want you touching her, especially after you gave her the evil eye. Children and animals know evil when they see it. And this, you can definitely see that this little girl didn't want to be anywhere near Meghan. Oh, it's certain that Meghan does not like children, and children don't like Meghan. And this woman has such a black heart, and the energy that comes from her is so dark and negative. It's no wonder why everything that she touches turns to shit. And being that they have a track record for failing at everything that they have done, I'm assuming that this book that they bought the rights to will also be another failure. It took the former cable TV show actress almost 3 years to produce 12 episodes of a podcast. I'm not going to hold my breath on this one. If she did spend $3 million to get the rights to this book, then she's a dummy. And that money, unfortunately, looks like it's wasted. But what do you guys think? It just gets nuttier and nuttier every day with these two. But definitely leave your thoughts. And you know it, as always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
It was such a fraud.